idea that was being discussed of living awards is very important, because can the armature, if architecture is considered an armature that contains life, that allows forms of inhabitation, is it robust and resilient enough that it allows those changing values to operate as comfortably? And I think good architecture, we say in very simple words, it's timeless, the architect. What we call timeless architecture is architecture that's capable of encoding, encompassing, allowing to thrive values that would change over time. The notion of the ephemeral cannot be understood in absolute terms. In the same way as the idea of becoming is opening up the questions of transitions, ephemeral is one approach to thinking about these problems. But really, the main question implied in my research on the ephemeral is, how do we embed time in our thinking? Are we making permanent solutions for temporary problems, flipping that equation? And therefore, if you start embedding time in our thinking, it opens up many other ways of looking at the problem. And I don't think we've found a way as architects, urban designers, planners to embed time. Landscape architects do that implicitly because they have to imagine how plants grow, how an ecology shifts. Architects don't do that. We are premised on the idea of permanence, and that leads us to absolute solutions. And I think this Congress is it's provoking us to think about becoming as a transitionary state. So when we talk about the word identity, we use that a lot in architecture. What is the architectural identity? Identity comes from the values we identify with, and these keep changing. So that's why every society has to discern what are the values it's identifying with. That's what leads to then the appropriate architecture. You might call it architecture style. And those values are about how we coexist on the planet, how we coexist in society, what are the implicit rules that we abide by. Implicit rules is what we call culture, right? There's no handbook for culture. Those are implicit, unsaid rules. That collective really is about codifying our values. And that codification, if we can articulate that codification, then I think we become clearer as architects in terms of how we want to manifest those set of values. And so therefore, I think really the connection between values or the mechanism to codify values is culture. And that's why cultural spaces become very important. I think in the profession, we perhaps are not articulating these questions clearly enough. And so we are operating with a lot of intuition. We are using the words like value, architectural identity. They're all linked, and culture. I think what the Congress is doing by framing the problem using the word becoming is it's implying a transitionary condition. And I think the transitionary condition on the planet is something we should be cognizant about. Why is it important for designers? Because thinking in transitionary terms is very different from thinking in absolute terms, which is what design has become very used to. Practices, architecture, we are always thinking absolute solutions. But to think about transitionary solutions is a whole different ballgame. And it needs another kind of design thinking, it needs another kind of openness, it needs another mind frame, and it needs forms of collaboration, which I think are implied in this kind of transitionary term which is becoming.